All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew episode 1077 on this beautiful, rainy,
It's beautiful.
was hailing.
We don't get that kind of weather very often.
Why do you adjust that right then? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, welcome. It was another rainy day. Well, it was a rainy day in Southern California. I can't say another. We didn't have another, but it was a rainy day in Southern California, which is weird. But I will say this: glad we're not in Indiana or the Midwest. Good Lord, man, you guys, you get some weather. So we are enjoying the last bit of our cold and rain here in Southern California tonight. As next weekend it will be 100 degrees. So we are already in the mix of summer by next weekend. So we're enjoying it. We're enjoying it. Uh, but for all of you, we're so glad that you're here. You made it. You did it. You decided to be with us. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here on this 30 minutes of free on this beautiful Thursday evening. And tonight we are going to do some techniques. We're going to do some content. We're going to break down some questions, six different questions, six different exams. It's
Yes.
going to be a little bit of something for everybody. If you guys love what we're doing on this is what we do in the day sessions. This is what we do in the daytime.
Yes.
And if you missed it, there's going to be some replays out for the SIE that'll drop on Saturday. The replay will drop on Saturday for all the people who missed the Saturday one. Check your email boxes if you're a member. But before we get started in all of that, who are we? Where's the introductions? My name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the back office, setting up all the drops. The one that's giggling for I don't know what reason other than ADD is Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7. Look, both hands on the table. I'm not doing anything. I don't know why she's giggling. I swear. So weird. But she's more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know so that way you too can get a pass notice. And I'm telling you this right now.
Yeah.
Nobody has more ADHD than Brandy here. And if she can do it, you can do it. Why do I keep bringing that up? Because a lot of people, like today, I had a conversation. I don't even know if this person's on, to be honest. They asked me a great question, and it was a question that I had to think about, and then I answered it. The guy's not on. He goes, hey, what advice can you give me about staying consistent? Do you have any advice about staying consistent? The irony, not on, right now. But here's the thing: consistency comes from being disciplined.
Mhm.
It's really self-discipline. That's what it is. Self-discipline is probably the hardest thing I think for humans in general. Self-discipline, and if I'm going to be honest with you, is why we sometimes have a weight problem in this country. Is why we have a lot of let's say we're not as in shape as we should be. Um, it's one of the reasons why we don't get up early and do the things we should do early in the morning, and we kind of slack off something. It sometimes is the reason why, and if I'm being quite harsh about it, it's sometimes the reason why we are where we are with our careers. It is where we are with a lot of things. Self discipline is usually the root, but also the cure for everything,
Yes.
to be honest. Self discipline is one of those things that gets you to drink more water, gets you to eat the right things, gets you to exercise when you should. It gets you to study instead of slacking off when you should. It gets you to write in your calendar the things that you should be doing every day, putting those tasks at hand instead of doing other things and sticking with it. When you can do that, you can develop a little bit of consistency. If you can develop some consistency and get momentum with it, the last thing you want to do is break that momentum and that consistency because it messes with your self discipline. It's a huge circle. It's a circle. It's just a big circle.
Mhm.
And if you can keep the circle going, literally, there's no limit to what you can do. It's amazing how many gains can be had if we keep that circle going. The self discipline, the consistency, and the momentum of it all. If we can just keep that circle going over and over and over again on whatever it is that we focus on, we're literally unstoppable. There's nobody on here they can't get this thing done. There's nobody on here who doesn't have the mental capacity, as far as I'm concerned, to get this thing done. There's nobody on here that it wasn't born with the ability to get this done. Now, when I say that, born with, it doesn't mean you were born knowing. I'm just saying you were born with the abilities to learn. You're born with the abilities to be consistent. You're born with the abilities to be self-disciplined. But we're also born with this nasty thing. And it afflicts probably 9, maybe 10 out of 10 of all of us, which is our own choices. Man, do we make some choices, don't we? We make some good ones, and boy, do we know how to make some bad ones. All of us, right? We all make some choices that just doesn't add up to what we want to achieve sometimes and where we want to go. And some of us are aware enough to change it up and realize we can choice our way out of whatever it is that we chose to get ourselves into. But then we're at that positive mental attitude. Guys, if you're in that rut and you realize that self-discipline is my issue, I can't get that consistency because self-discipline is my issue. I understand that. Look, you got to keep the positive mental attitude to realize that you can choose yourself out of that rut. You can. All of these are choices, guys. All of these are choices. You can choose to be more self-disciplined. You can choose to keep the consistency. You can choose to have a positive mental attitude about it all and realize, yeah, I'm knocked down at the moment, but I can get up tomorrow, the next hour, the next minute, and change everything in my life. The power of having that self-consciousness, that realization that everything is a choice, and the ability to choose at any given moment a different direction is power. That's powerful. You can do anything if you just make the choice and that commitment. So this weekend, as we head into it, and this young gentleman, by the way, I did say, he asked me about the consistency. I was brutally honest. I just said what it boils down to is you. I mean, I could get into it and all this stuff. It doesn't matter. You can have the greatest program, you can have the greatest coaches, you can have the greatest people around you. But let me take it out of the security studying. If you were learning basketball, football, any kind of sport, there is no coach alive who is going to go to your house, wake you up, put you in the shower, get you dressed, put some cleats on you, put you in the car, and get you to the field to go coach you. No, no one's doing that, because step one of being a great student, athlete, anything, is you got to get yourself out of bed. You got to get yourself into a routine, a shower, and you need to show up to the field ready to play. You got to put those cleats on yourself. And then the coach can go to work. And you got to have that attitude and that willingness to go learn. And guess what else? You got to have that willingness to fail. You got to go in there knowing I'm going to get knocked down. I'm going to get my butt kicked. It's going to be good though, because I'm going to learn and I'm going to work and I'm going to get past it, and I'm going to be better the next day and 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 the next day. And you just get better and better and better, and you go do it. So this weekend, get yourself out of bed, go get yourself into that shower, go get yourself onto the field and get ready to be coached. Get out there and go do it, guys. There is nobody coming to your house. There's no group. There's no accountability. There's no team. There's nobody out there who can take those first steps and getting out of the bed but you. So you got to roll out of the bed, and you have to make that the hardest choice every single day. And the hardest choice of every single day is getting out of bed and going and wanting to do this, whatever this is, whether it's the studying, whether it's your business, whether it's getting better, fit, eating better, losing weight, better in shape, getting your spirituality straight, getting your mental, taking hold of your mental health, whatever it is, every single day. Get up out of bed, have a plan, go do it, schedule it. And if you don't have any of that ready for tomorrow morning, I encourage you, before you go to bed tonight, put together a list, put the stuff in the calendar, make it happen. If you have every single dang week on Monday, you're recommitting to something, this week I'm going to do it for sure. Sunday, Here, same conversation with yourself every single Sunday. This week's going to be different. This week's going to be different. That's insanity, bro. Quit waiting for Monday. Do it today. Do it tonight before you go to bed. If you did not get any studying done, if you didn't do all the things you were supposed to do, put it in your calendar tonight before you go to sleep. Put together a task. Brandy did it when she got all her licenses. We still do it every day before we go to bed. What am I doing tomorrow? Have those little checklists, however you want to do it digitally, post its, write on your hand, put it on your forehead, however works for you. Make sure that is whatever it is that system is, make it happen and do it and stick to it. Why are you not getting this stuff done? Why are you not passing these exams? Why are you still stuck in not getting it done? Because self-discipline. We already covered it, right? Commitment, all these different things, and lack of planning. Make it happen. Stop recommitting every week. Because I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Every week you say that, I'm recommitting. I'm committing. I'm recommitting. Your office manager knows it's bull. Your manager knows it's bull. Everybody knows it's bull except you. Because every week they can count on it like clockwork. Every month they can count on it. Every quarter they can count on it from you to go, I'm recommitting. I'm serious this time. What were you doing last time? The last time you told me that, were you just kidding? Stop saying empty promises. Stop saying it out loud unless you mean it. And just make it happen and start with the first steps of being quiet and get a schedule going, write it in the calendar, follow it, and then you can go ahead and go say all the things you're doing as you're doing it. And guess what, guys? Let me tell you something about that. When you are actually in it and you are doing a schedule and you are being self-disciplined and you are getting stuff done, you don't need to say it. Everybody can see it. Nobody goes up to the fit guy and goes, oh, wow, you must work out. No, they already know you work out. It's not a mystery. They don't go up to the billionaire and go, oh, you must make a lot of money. No, fool. We all know that. You didn't even need to tell us. We all know, right? It's just one of those things. Just do it and just make it happen. That's all I got for you guys this weekend. As we head into the weekend, as we head into next week, as we start this April, let's make it happen. It's not there's not a program out there that can help that except you. So if you have not a program yet that works for you, if you agree with what I'm saying, if you need a plan, if you need a 21-day plan, you need a 60-day plan, whatever plan, we have it available for the SIE, the 6, the 63, the 26, the 65. We got something for you. And if you want to learn the 7 with us, guess what? We got a little something for you on that too. All you got to do is scan the QR code, hit the links. We got everything you need. And just reach out if you're not sure at 951-290-3077. Give me a call, give me a text, even shoot me an email at KonaButterflyz@gmail.com. We also got some books for you guys that you can get that goes great with our course videos or not. Depends, however you want to work it. SIE 6, 63, 65, 26. If you want to follow those other programs that have 19 units for some reason that take like 3 months to get through, you can do that and have our study guide on the side. That's cool. Or you can just do a 21-day plan, get through it in a month, and then get that book. It's all up to you. We got live exam sessions. We have one tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a minute. And we have these all member sessions where Brandy just shows you how to pass exams. That's all she does. Mm-hmm. Shows you how to study, shows you all the things you need to know. We're doing that tomorrow, and we'll have a little something for the 26th tomorrow as well. We got the Kona community on the Discord. If you were on last night on the Studying Brew, we demonstrated some questions that were left up there and Brandy answered them. Guys, that is powerful. You can get help with this stuff. You don't have to study alone. So if you're over the weekend and you're seeing everybody enjoying their spring breaks and everything, and you're still, sitting in the house in the corner going, why is everybody enjoying sunshine and I'm not? Look, guys, you can go outside, go sit on a bench, go on the Discord. You can study with other folks. Put some messages up there for Brandy. She can help you out.
Yep.
All right. What are we doing tomorrow? All right. Thanks, Brandy. We got Friday. We got this Kona study hall. Start off your Friday with studying with Brandy. All you got to do is do your own independent study with Brandy as you're going and you're doing your quiz. You run into some trouble. I don't understand this. Oh, thank goodness. Brandy's right there. What is she doing? Crocheting? Awesome. She'll put down the crochet needles. She'll help you out. She'll answer those questions.
I'm supposed to be working.
Oh man, the other day she was building a Lego. Kona exam mastery. Right after that, where she's just going to teach you how to do how to get an exam done.
Yes.
Yeah. After you finish that book, it's been difficult to get back into it. Randy's like, I need a little bit of a break after she wrote that book for a year and a half.
It's been a month.
So, all right, we got the 26th live later that evening, so that way you can do that. And then also we got we can do the we got a book. We got a Series 65 book. Got it all available. Tomorrow, so we got Friday, we got the book, we got all that stuff up on the screen. Guys, scan the QR code if you need that book, that Series 65, and join up on the membership if you want to get into that study hall, the Kona Exam Mastery, in the 26th. Someone did ask, are we going to do questions and answers after the brew, after we're done recording? Yes, we will. So if you're on live, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
The benefit.
Yeah.
You can ask us questions right after.
Do.
And we'll let you unmute and you can ask all the things you need to ask.
Yeah.
Limit 3 questions. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, we'll talk to you afterwards. But anybody else that wants to ask questions and you're watching this on the recording, by the way, thank you for watching on the YouTube. Subscribe, share with a friend, let them know what we're doing over here. You can always give me a phone call, give me a phone call, give me a text, shoot an email, however you want to do it. Telegram, Discord, Patreon. I'm on all of them. Instagram. Just, all you got to do is reach out.
That's right.
Reach out and touch someone. Mm-hmm. Boy, did that not age well, did it?
No, it did not.
That is one advertisement that just did not go well after the years. They're like, wait a minute, we can't do that anymore. Yeah. All right. Anyways, all right, we got the Series 6 tonight. That doesn't mean we're going only Series 6 questions. No, it's the Serious 6. It's 6 serious exams we're going to go over. 6 serious questions from different exams. Brandy's going to use a little bit of content, a little bit of techniques. It is a little bit of Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday, all wrapped into Thursday, and we're going to head you off into the weekend on getting this thing done. We did have some people that were like, I use your techniques, and sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah. Sometimes you don't know the techniques enough to know that they were right there in front of you. 9 times out of 10, some people post stuff on the Discord. I use this technique. And we're like, yeah, but why didn't you see this big one right here? And they're like, oh, I didn't see that. Guys, everything's a skill set, just like running, just like walking, just like chewing gum and walking at the same time.
Yep.
Driving and chewing gum.
Yeah.
Not on your phone though. That's illegal.
Nope. No,
don't do that.
Get off your phone.
But it's all skill set. It doesn't matter what it is. So it's going to take a minute. So right after we're done here, go get a quiz and start that skill set. These are quizzes that you should do. And look, and if you're in the exam and you use one of these, and you have no idea anyway, shoot, might get a 50-50 on it and you get the right answer.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right.
Way to go, Brandy.
I know.
The gusto.
All right. When issued, seller's option, special settlements, or prepared for delivery. I will admit, in this one, I don't have a technique. I'm just looking at these words. It could literally mean anything, right? So we're going to look at the question. So let's look at the question.
Let's go.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay. So it says, in the primary market, what form of settlement may be used when certificates are not ready for delivery? So it's talking about the primary market. It's saying not ready for delivery. And I don't know about you, but anytime I buy something brand new, I just have to wait until it's issued. It's not ready for delivery. I already bought it. I'm waiting. It's on back order. So
as soon as it's done,
I'm going to get it. That's it.
Sometimes people miss the simplest thing when you think about it, when it's issued, when it's ready. When is the cookies done?
When it's ready.
When can I get the cookie delivery?
When it's ready.
When they're done baking.
Just when they're ready.
Yeah.
When issued. When ready.
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it.
When in doubt, put it into food terms.
Yes.
That's what I do.
All right. So, these are not specific test questions.
Well, we can almost get rid of the affirm or an individual because all of them have it.
Yeah, these are actually in, we didn't say this when we started. This is for any multiple choice question. Yes, we are using securities quizzes tonight, but in all honesty, all multiple choice questions, this works. No matter what test, no matter what topic.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell this to some people. Some people think that we like cherry pick these questions. 9 times out of 10, Brandy takes the first 6 questions. She comes up in any Q bank and then just throws that out there.
These were legit back to back.
There you go. So there is no specific way that we're just highlighting some question to show you some wowsy magic. No, this is what we do. Wowsy. Yeah. Wow. That's wowsy.
Never mind. I'll say it later. Okay, so one of the techniques is I'm looking at C because it's the longest, right? I mean, if you look at A, B, and D, they're all like like lengthwise, they're all the same. But C stands out because it's longer and it has the magical and in it. Okay.
Yep.
The other thing is that like I'll see markup, markdown. Honestly, markup and markdown is the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's not even different. It's literally the same thing. It's not opposite. Markup, markdown. Just like when you take your car to the dealership to go trade it in, they're going to mark it down so that they can resell it marked up.
It's almost the same action.
Exactly. So I'm thinking that the answer is C, just based on the fact that that says and. Okay. So I looked at the question.
This would be a technique answer.
Yes, I looked at the question. It says a broker. And if you guys know about studying, brokers are the ones that charge commissions, and that's just this. We're just gonna go with commissions.
So there's your technique and your content. Brandy just broke it down. That's why a broker is, and then you got the technique and how she got to the answer. So if you're in the exam and you don't know what the heck is going on, you don't remember what a broker is, you don't know what it is. Maybe you were doing experimental pizza and the mushrooms got to you in the middle of the night, and you're not on your best awareness at the exam, and you really are not feeling this test. Guys, guess what? You just techniqued it into an answer that's correct, and you can get yourself a pass notice.
Exactly.
That's what we're showing you.
Exactly. It's on every exam, by the way. All right. A stock with a beta of 0.5, stocks will not outperform the market. Stocks are the market. A beta of 1 and a stock with a beta of 1.5. So this one's going to take very little content, but 1 is equal. A beta of 0.5 is less than, and a beta of 1.5 is more than. How do I know that? 1.5 is higher than 1, yes, and 0.5 is lower than 1.
Do we all see that? Do we all agree? Okay. This is very little content here. Even if you're studying and you're like, I don't even know what this means, you don't need to. Open your mind. You're learning to learn something right now.
Yes. Now, the question says, in a declining market, so the market's going down, which of the following tends to outperform the market? So I'm going to say if the market's going down and we're looking for something that does better than going down, I'm going to go one that is less than. Not more than, because if the market's going down, it's going to be more than. It's going to go down more. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So this is going to go down more. This is going to go down less. And that is why the answer is A. Go down more versus go down less. That's how you outperform a market. The market goes down 5%. This is going to go down 2%.
I can see where people are confused with down more when you want to outperform the market, and in that situation where they would pick D when you put it in the terms of more and less. But I would also say follow the arrow.
There you go.
I would follow the arrow if you're having a hard time understanding that concept that she just taught you with more and less. Look at the arrow. Which one's going downward? 0.5 is below. All right, let's do that. That I can get.
I'm down with that. That works.
There you go.
That works. I mean, I got some agrees, A's.
Don't overthink it.
All right. So I have more than 25 retail investors, more than 25. I'm not even looking at the more than because they're all more than. So get out of here. I got current retail within. I have retail and institutional, and I have retail investors. Check it out. A and D are similar.
Yep, they're related.
Because they say the same thing, more than 25 retail investors. Usually, just post it on TikTok and Instagram.
Yes.
Usually, that is one of the answers. Okay. So now I'm going to go over to the end of this question. And the end of this question says within a 60-day calendar period or a 30-day calendar period.
Oh no, Brandy, I don't remember 30 or 60. Oh my gosh.
Well, we know because you guys have been watching the Studying Brew that most things are 30 days. How hard is it to keep track of 60 versus 20?
Yeah.
This is harder to keep track of. Okay, was this 45 days?
Let me ask you something. How many of you can remember what you had breakfast 60 days later opposed to 30 days?
Right?
You know what I mean?
So that's the answer.
When in doubt, put it in food terms.
Unless you don't like food. Excuse me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. The spread, the additional takedown, the concession, the takedown. Look, I saw a B and D, and I'm like the takedown and the additional takedown. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. This is all Series 7 stuff.
Yeah.
Except for A. A is the only one that's not a Series 7 question answer choice. So if you guys have been studying the SIE,
Brandy, but I'm not studying the Series 7.
The 63, the 26, the 65, you have heard of the spread. The spread is here's bid, here's ask.
If you have a gambling addiction,
that's the spread. That little dash right there, that little dash is the spread. Okay.
Yep.
The dash. And it's talking about total compensation. How about the dash? The total compensation is this whole dash right there.
Everything.
It's definitely not additional. It's not a concession stand. It's the whole dash, total whole dash spread.
Yeah, and if you're a gambler, this is easy. This is easy. It's not hard to visualize that. I got the spread.
Right. By the way, I like how Eric put in the chat that C is popcorn. Concession. Open the account.
I see 2 obtains.
Refuse, obtain info, obtain info. Now,
Brandy, C and D, because you said
yes,
they're similar. They're cousins. We're looking for things in the same family, probably.
Right. A trusted contact or a fiduciary. I got to obtain information on the fiduciary. That's saying that there's definitely a third party in charge.
Right.
Okay. A trusted contact is just somebody to contact.
It's your uncle.
Actually, this is a very popular topic. This was on all of my continuing education last year. It's a very popular topic. Why? Because our population is getting older.
Yes.
Okay. An older client is opening an account with the firm. But I mean, our entire population.
Right. That's how age works.
And the registered representative has some concerns about possible financial exploitation of this client. Do I need somebody that has a fiduciary responsibility, or can I just have a trusted contact to be all like, hey, yo, is your uncle okay?
Right.
Yes, just the trusted contact.
Do we need to have an uncle with a fiduciary?
Nah.
No.
Just a trust. Hey, your uncle is doing something a little weird in his account that's not usual. Is everything okay? Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I see. He's buying a vacation home.
Yes. Oh. Yes, he's not going to Atlantic City with a.
Wait, your 74-year-old uncle's buying a motorcycle right now? Okay.
Hey. Never too
late. Then. Alrighty then.
You're gonna go out big.
Oh, that's it.
We did it. That's how easy it is.
That's it.
Go through that many questions that quickly. Little bit of content, little bit of technique. We even explained it to you. Guys, if you're going any deeper than how she approached the content tonight, if you're thinking too critically, if you're looking at these questions and you're looking at it in a way that is like you're reading stuff into it way more than that's what's there and what they're asking you, that's where you're struggling. That's where you're struggling. We call that thinking too much.
Yes.
We call that double thinking. We call that thinking yourself into a wrong answer. Yes. Keep it surface level. Keep it surface level. don't overthink and don't forget the simple things that you already know in your regular day life. And also remember what Andy says: when in doubt, apply food. Anyways, that's how I keep it straight. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. This weekend, go have fun with this. Go do the techniques. If you are a member, remember, we do have the exam mastery tomorrow. Brandy's going to go over these, like go over some questions. She's
Yes,
going to show you a little bit on maybe a live quiz.
for sure.
So some people will be like, "Did you? Yeah, you probably picked these." If you remember, we know that Brandy gets a live quiz going, and she shows you step by step, quiz question by quiz question, breaks it down, explains every train of thought, where you need to go, how you went wrong, and how you need to change your thinking on a live quiz. So we're going to do exam mastery tomorrow on Friday. Brandy's going to have that all lined up for you, plus the series 26. All the rest of you, we won't see you until Monday for the Studying Brew for the free. But until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you all so much for being on. We super, super appreciate you. Practice these techniques in your quizzes tonight and through the weekend. We will see you guys next time. Have a great one.